Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. This week we're off camping again. So I put a little question box up on my Instagram a little while ago saying we were planning about a week's long adventure somewhere in Western Australia. Where should we go? And the overwhelming majority said explore the southwest. So that's exactly what we're doing. We are exploring the southwest. So we're currently at Stockton Lake. We've had a few things going on at home, so I've taken the past couple of days to just have a bit of a reset. And now we're camped beside the lake, enjoying the crystal blue waters and the sunshine. Now we don't have a huge set plan for what we're going to do, so we're just going to see where the wind takes us. And we do find that on trips like these, adventure does seem to find us. So here we go. So if you've been around me for the past couple of weeks, you would know that I am absolutely obsessed with our new pool floaty. I use it in the pool. I tried to take it down to the beach once, it wasn't quite the vibe, but here, honestly, I am so excited to just go for a float for the rest of the day. I'll take my book. It's got cup holders. I can take a cup of solo probably. And yeah, just enjoy an afternoon's float. So I can't promise this is going to be elegant, but let's jump in. See you later. We made it. Poor Jamie's struggling with a back injury, so this sort of thing is exactly what he needs, would you say?
Yes. Just getting onto it might be a struggle, but once I'm on, it's just what I need.
I mean, yes. If you're going to be in pain, you might as well be in pain on a floaty in the middle of a crystal blue lake, right?
Yeah, that's it.
This is a good segue, actually. So we're on Stockton Lake, as I said, and if you did watch my last vlog, yeah, similar area, similar vibes, but this place is like has a slightly different clientele than the last one. So there's quite a bit more alcohol than at the last campsite.
More activity in general?
A lot more activity, a lot more music, and a lot more motorised water vehicles. That's
a jet ski.
A jet ski. Mm-hmm. And I think a boat is about to go in as well.
Yeah.
And we've got phone signal, so it's not like a 110% switch off, but that's why we're away for longer than just a couple of nights. But yes, absolutely no complaints for floating. We've got our sugar-free solos in our cup holders. And yeah, as I say, if you're going to be in pain, this is the place to be in pain. So it was a lovely afternoon's float. I don't know, there's just something about that sort of like rocking in the water that just makes me so relaxed. So yes, absolutely loved the float. And now we are just going to boil up some hot dogs for dinner. I just wanted to come on here and say that I like pointing out new and interesting things to me. And the colour of these hot dogs. Like, you're supposed to eat like the luminous red bit, right? Do we think?
Yeah, totally. Like, you eat the hot dog skin, that's normal.
Okay.
We're just not used to them being so bright red.
Yeah, like do these glow in the dark?
They might do. It reminds me of a saveloy. Have you had a saveloy before? It's like this red sausage you get from a British fish and chip shop.
Okay, and you would eat the red bit?
You would eat the red bit, yeah.
So we're eating the red bit. Yeah. And we'll just enjoy the evening. We left we'd stayed at an Airbnb kind of on the way here. We left our speaker there. So I think the strategy here would be to like join in, put on a bit of music, but we are just enjoying everybody else's. It is nice. I mean, it's so great to see so many families out enjoying the outdoors and stuff like that. It's just a slightly different tone to maybe what we're used to. Dinner time. So it turns out the instructions for cooking the hot dogs were to bring water to a boil and then leave them there for then turn off the heat and leave them there for 5 minutes. I have boiled them for 5 minutes. So the skins have come off. They're looking a little bit flaccid. Jamie assures me I haven't ruined dinner, but I'm not so sure. Dog me. Dinner fit for a queen. What's that?
I think for a hot dog dressing competition. I think I won.
Maybe we should let the roosters be the judge of that. So there are like roosters here, and they chose the tree right next to our tent to roost. Jamie this morning was questioning his life choices. We have a first for the channel. We are going for a moonlit swim. It's not that late. What time is it? 7:20. Yes, quite a bright moon. Not quite full, but quite bright. And Jamie said, want to go for a skinny dip? The answer was yes, but there are far too many people around for that. So we are in our swimmers and going to go for a bit of a moonlit swim. Here we go. It's going to be warm, right?
No. I told you.
So I definitely thought, I mean the air is getting cooler, so I thought the air would be cooler than the water, which means it would feel quite warm, but it didn't. And I'm now worried that I'm not going to get warm again, but that was so worth it. Yeah, oh my gosh, just 10 out of 10. The stars are out. Just felt amazing, and yeah, just this is why I love camping. So you'll see we are packed up. We are forever impressed by what the Jimny can do and how much it can hold. Yes, but we are definitely filled to the brim here. Last night was an interesting one. I think we had about a 3-hour window between the partiers and the music stopping and the cockerels and the children starting. So yeah, it was Stockton Lake, and I don't think we will be going back. I think if we were to come back to that area, we'd kind of do what we did last time, which is maybe go to one of the campgrounds in Wellington National Park, and then maybe go for a day trip to Black Diamond Lake. But it was an experience, and I think it means the next spot will be all the more sweeter. So we're on the road now. I think we've got quite a backcountry way to get to our next campsite. Looking forward to it. Could be quite exciting. And I thought I would just share, if you've seen any of our little camping vlogs before, you know, we do like a little bucket list of things to check off to make sure we're getting out and about. So we've already done our swim, which is usually on the list, and so this time we would like to get off on some proper four-wheel driving tracks. Not like anything crazy, just enough to feel like we are needing to go into four-wheel drive. So getting on a four-wheel drive track. We would like to visit a winery. We are in the southwest of Western Australia. There are lots of wine regions. So before we go back to Perth, we would like to visit a winery. And the third is that we would like to have 24 hours of our phones on airplane mode, so no messages, no contact with the outside world. Just I don't know, I just feel like it's a nice way to kind of reset, and I feel a lot more relaxed when I'm not responding to phone notifications. So looking forward to ticking that off, and yes, seeing where the wind takes us. So we are at our camp for the next few days. We are just outside of Balingup in a place called Lewana Cottages, and we found them through Hip Camp, and Hip Camp is something that is actually slightly new on our radar, but it's kind of like Airbnb for campsites, so people might offer up, you know, a place on their farm, or a place like this. They've got like a little few cottages and a few little campsites that they can offer up. So yeah, we are here. It is stunning. There's a few little hills around, which is a bit of a change of scenery for us. And yes, so far it sounds peaceful. The birds are making lots of noise, which is making us very happy. And yeah, looking forward to getting camp set up. If you've been following our journey for the past couple of videos, you'll know that Jamie is a very poorly person at the moment. So it's up to these pipes to get camp set up. So here we go. So I'm actually quite grateful to a lot of the comments in the last camping video, who pointed out that, as we are very well aware, eucalyptus trees tend to drop their branches quite a bit. In fact, we're even sitting at our last campsite from the last video, and one just like dropped its branch as we were sitting there.
Wondering why I was fucking eucalyptus.
Yeah. And so we're aware of it now. So what I was going to do was put the tent here under this tree. Excuse our drying swimming stuff. But what I'm going to do, because it's the most level spot, but I think I'm going to, in the balance of risk, pull it forward a little bit to avoid any gum tree branches making a bit of an appearance in the middle of the night. Hello. Hello.
It's Billy.
Hello, Billy. Oh, this is trying. Oh dear, so I'm really struggling with tent pegs. And you see this a lot of campsites in Western Australia. Instead of using like the hammer tent pegs like I'm trying to use, they've got like screw tent pegs. We do actually have some screw tent pegs, but you're supposed to bring a drill with them, and then you literally drill into the ground, and you see, as I say, everybody doing that in Western Australia. But we did not have room for our drill, so I actually don't know what I'm going to do. Right, so I have got all of the tent pegs in. Nice taut tent, except the guy rope coming out of the door. So it goes against all of my Girl Guide training, and my mother would be very disappointed in me. But I think I'm just going to risk it and not put the door guy rope down, and hope for the best, and bring a drill next time. So it's an absolutely lovely little setup that they've got here. There's Jamie sitting by the bonfire. No bonfires allowed at this time of year for obvious reasons. But yes, in the kind of dry summer season, this would be a wedding venue. So it's lovely. They've got a little campfire, a little barn for a dance, a little dance floor. And then for us, we are having a little barbecue using the barbecue. Now the slight issue we have, we are very much still getting ourselves all of our sort of full camping equipment, so we don't actually have any barbecue utensils. So I'm going to attempt to cook 4 burgers and 3 corn on the cobs with a plastic fork from Kmart that came in a set with a fork, knife and spoon for $1. So watch this space. So far, the fork is holding up just fine. Dinner is served. I'm just going to go and put the final touches on our... What is it? Oh, it's a little mouse.
It's a little mouse. Okay, that's fine.
That's okay. We can cope with the mouse.
Yeah, we can cope with the mouse.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm just going to go and put the final touches on our romantic evening.
Yes. Wow, look at that. Do that especially for me.
Yes. Good morning. Wow, that was the sleep I have been waiting for probably about a week now. I think I was in bed for over 12 hours. And yeah, oh, it's just so peaceful here. Lots of birds, yeah, exactly what we need. And so Lewana Cottages on the weekend has a little coffee cart open on a couple of hours in the morning. So I am venturing out to get us a coffee. And then it's like a overcast and perhaps slightly drizzly day, which, to be honest, is exactly what we need. Like, obviously when it gets too hot and sunny, it's hard to sort of lounge around and you're always having to move around to find shade. So just a cosy, drizzly day at the campsite. I cannot think of anything better for us. So yeah, we'll just be lounging around, reading our books, playing some games. We'll be going for the odd walk and unwinding and just relaxing. So it is early evening now. It's been the day I dreamed of. Overcast, slightly drizzly, and completely 100% relaxing. You can see the little tent and car down there. And I'm just going for a bit of a stroll. Hopefully see some kangaroos, and they've got a few little animals on the farm, some dogs, some alpacas, some little guinea hens. So I'm just gonna see what's around at this time, and then go back to the tent and whip up some dinner. Yeah, not much else to report really, just a really slow, relaxing and calm day. For a campside mac and cheese, I'd say that's pretty good.
Agreed.
Cheers.
Nice.
Do you cheers coffee? You do now. So we did actually go to bed in between us closing off last night, having dinner here, and coming back and having coffee. And now there's a bit of sunshine around. Today we're going to do a bit of a drive around and some exploring. There's some little lavender farms, cheese factories, wineries, lots of little places that we can stop and have a look around. So see where the wind takes us. Another thing that I wanted to add was that we are now about 36 hours disconnected. So we haven't had our phones on for 36 hours. So that is a tick in the phone free for at least 24 hours box, which feels pretty good. It's just nice once in a while to do that. So we've got left to tick off a winery and a four-wheel drive track. So who knows? Today might be the day. So we have come into Balingup. I think we've been calling it Balingup, but I think it is Balingup. And we just hopped into the first little coffee place that we saw for a quick light bite. And they seem to specialise in pies, as so many rural Australian bakeries do. So we've gone for something that will qualify for brunch. So we've got a sausage roll and a spinach roll. And then we have earmarked this for a proper pie stop at some other point in the trip. So yes, we will report back on the pies from the mushroom in Balingup. They've got all sorts of awards and the Great Aussie Pie Medal finalists and stuff like that. So yeah, I mean, this is honestly classic small town Australia, I think. So we've made our way just out of Balingup into the Malalup State Forest. We found a few little four-wheel driving tracks, so we're just gonna have a little drive around and see what we can see. This one's looking out onto a little water lake dam thing, and yeah, just gonna have a bit of an explore in the State Forest. So we've come just outside of Nanup to Barrabup Pool. So yeah, Barrabup Pool looks absolutely lovely. Perfect place for a little float. It's a bit sort of drizzly and cold today, but maybe if the weather perks up over the next day or two we might come back. And then just down the road where I am now is Workers Pool, which again, lovely little pool and a campsite nearby, a kind of national park campsite. So I think we'll definitely be kind of putting a pin in this as somewhere to come back camping, because it looks absolutely lovely, and a slightly smaller area than, I guess, Stockton Lake, so hopefully a bit quieter. And yeah, funnily enough, we've just bumped into some people who are staying at Lewana Cottages, and husband and wife, and the husband has gone through the same thing that Jamie's going through. So they were great. They just kind of stopped and had a chat with us, and he was so positive. He's had great outcomes from his operation, which is exactly what Jamie needed to hear. You spend a lot of time online thinking that your life is over in these situations. So great to hear that, yeah, it went well for him, and hopefully the same for Jamie in a few weeks' time. So yes, we're really enjoying just exploring and getting around, and the day is far from over yet.
Hello, you join us at the Cidery in Bridgetown. We're not having lunch because we arrived here too late. The kitchen's closed, which is a shame, but it hasn't stopped me from ordering a cider taster. I have 6 different ciders on this, all very different degrees, but we're going to have a nice little chilled out afternoon. I don't know what to say there. It's nice. Too sweet. Someone say go to sweet.
Good morning once again. We had a lovely evening last night. We sat and ate some cheese that we got from the Cambrai cheese shop, cheese factory, cheese place and farm shop, just outside of where we were staying. So we sat and ate our cheese and kind of watched the sunset or the dusk, birds everywhere. Yeah, just so peaceful, so stunning. And today we've decided to come for a bit of a drive. We've driven out to Busselton and then down south a little bit to the Flame Tree Winery. So we're ticking off our winery stop. So we're going to enjoy some wine, and then we're going to head back into Busselton for lunch, and just, yeah, making a bit of a day of it really. So first stop, wine. So the winery was lovely, and we've come away with a bottle of Shardy to enjoy at the camp tonight, and now we're at the Busselton foreshore. So this area is very famous if you're from Western Australia, because it has the Busselton Jetty, which is the longest timber piled jetty in the Southern Hemisphere and is 1.8 kilometres long. Which by anybody's standards is a very long jetty, but there's loads of stuff going on. There's restaurants, cafes, loads of stuff. We are going to Shelter Brewing Company. We've seen their beers around, and have probably had them elsewhere, but it's nice to be at the home of them. So yeah, it's been a while since we've had like a sit-down meal with a proper knife and fork, so I'm very much looking forward to that, and just soaking in the afternoon at the foreshore. Good morning. Another stunning morning. Yeah, bit of mist in the hills, just absolutely stunning. And we are heading back to Perth today, so we left exactly a week ago. Not sure where the wind would take us. We ended up extending our stay here at Lewana Cottages because we were just having such a great time and really feeling like we were relaxing. So yes, Jamie's making us coffee. I'm going to pack up the tent and then we're going to hit the road. And this is the last you'll see of us before we start our double surgery madness. So I'm not sure if we'll have quite the same smiles on our face for the next video, but it's certainly going to be a journey. Anyway, if you did like this video, please let me know. Love seeing the comments, we do read all of them. And yes, please give it a like and subscribe if you haven't already. And we'll catch you in the next video. Bye!